Okay, guys, we're going to get started. I appreciate you coming on today. If you've joined me over the last few weeks, we've been kind of going through a lot of the basics with LinkedIn. And if you missed any of those webinars, just shoot me an email. I did record them. I can send them to you. What I want to talk about today is LinkedIn's messaging features. I'm going to be honest. This is going to be one of the most technically advanced webinars that we've done in a while. But on the flip side, to master these tools can really equal a lot of results from a marketing standpoint. So I'm going to kind of be jumping around, but I'm going to try to create some sort of organization as well. Tell you a few stories, obviously show you how to go in, use these tools, and most importantly, how to create a strategy to be successful with these tools. So just to kind of give you an overview, my past has been really been involved with a lot of marketing. And I was really involved with email marketing back in the mid-'90s, to be honest. And, utilized that really through about 2006, 2007. And one thing that I started to notice, and I'm sure you guys noticed it as well, is every year that would go by, you would get less and less results with email marketing. It used to be like 50% of the people would open the email. Now it's usually down to like 26%, 25%, and for me, those statistics just don't work. So one of the things I kind of came upon and started to realize was better than email marketing was using LinkedIn's messaging tools. And it kind of started back in about 2006, 2007, where I realized that I could go into LinkedIn, I could select the people I was connected with, and I could send out a message to that list. And what I started to realize was, back in 2006, 2007, 95% of the people were opening the email, and I was getting all sorts of leads, all sorts of responses. So my point is that in 2014, it may not be 95%, but it's definitely at 75%, which is triple what email marketing can give you. So what I want to do first is just try to walk you through what you can actually do, okay? So where I am right now is I clicked on Network and I clicked on Contacts, and this basically lets me go in and sort all my contacts and show you who I'm connected with. And, I did a webinar a little while ago, and I'll probably do another one moving forward, about the importance of organizing your connections in LinkedIn. And I don't mean to jump around, but if you want to be successful with LinkedIn, you have to do the nitty-gritty things to utilize it, if that makes sense. You can't just show up once every 6 months and get results. You have to put time in. You have to have a system. Long story short, LinkedIn is a database. It needs to be organized accordingly. So I have about 3,000 connections. Make no mistake, every person I'm connected to is organized. So you'll see that I'm going to click on Filter by All Contacts, and I'm going to click on Tag. And what you're going to see here is a drop-down list of about 100 folders, okay? And I have these kind of coded. Long story short, I've named these folders: A Website 1, A Website 2, A Website 3, F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6. These all kind of have meaning to me. But for an insurance agent, you would probably have folders that would say current clients, life insurance clients, health insurance clients, auto insurance clients, potential auto insurance clients. So my point is as you're connecting with these people, you would want to put them in these folders. So most common question I get is, well, Ken, that sounds great, but it sounds really time-consuming. What's the benefit of organizing all these people? And the benefit of it is you'll see I can come in here, I can click on F1. And what it's going to do is it's going to put all the people that are in F1 in front of me, okay? I can then hit the Select All button, and I can click the Message button, okay? And again, I'm recording this so you can go through and watch it. So it's going to take all those people in that folder, and it's going to put them into a LinkedIn message. And, usually when I do this, it is not done impulsively. I actually have the message. I write it up in Microsoft Word. I have my proof people take a look at it, make sure it's really professional, done correctly. I put it in here, and I'm just typing some gibberish, right? And boom, I hit send message. So what does that mean and what happens? Well, what that means is that these people that I've sent the message to are going to get an email to their normal email account, but it's going to stand out in their email account. It's going to look different. And it's going to say, you've received a LinkedIn message from your connection, Ken French. And what I found is because LinkedIn is so hot right now, and it has been hot for the last 5 years, that people are just statistically more likely to open that up because it's a message from one of their connections. What could it be? They're interested. They're intrigued. Whereas if you just send a traditional email and they're not really sure who you are, they're going to browse at it if you're lucky and then delete it. So my point is it's all about playing the statistics. It's about getting in front of our target market and using LinkedIn's messaging system as a way to kind of complement email and get us higher percentages of reading. So how do we get to that point where you can do this? Well, like I said, one, you got to connect with people, obviously. Two, you need to make sure that when you go to your contacts that you are tagging these people and you're creating tags. So most common question I get, Ken, what is a tag? Okay, the word tag on LinkedIn, it means folder, okay? So what you can do is you can go in here and click on all contacts, click on tag, and way at the bottom for me, it's not showing up, it will, there should be a folder that says, or a button that says, create tag. And you know what, they may have moved it. Let me see some. Okay, so if you click on tag under the connection, at the bottom of that is a button that says add new tags or manage tags. And this is where you can go in and create the title of the folder you're going to put these people in. Again, it makes a lot of sense to have organization here. Why does it make sense? Because think about it logically, guys. Let's say you're a full-service agency, but you really want to pinpoint business owners who are really upset about Obamacare. So maybe it makes sense to have a folder called Business Owners, where you then can select those people, maybe you have 100 of them, and send out an email saying, hey, are you a small business owner? Are you frustrated about Obamacare? Well, you know, Bob's Insurance can do X, Y, and Z. Call me today. So my point is with any type of marketing, you always want to try to pinpoint the target market as best as possible. LinkedIn gives us all these people's information. It's just up to us to organize them into folders. So what you want to do is you want to create these folders. Then what you want to do is you want to go through your connections and say, okay, yeah, Tom, he's a business owner. So you put a check next to his name. Elliot, he's a business owner. Duck, he's a business owner. So you select the people that you want to put in the folder, and then you click the tag button at the top, and all you have to do is find that business owner folder. Imagine it's just this college planning, and hit the check and put a check there, and boom, it puts them in there. Okay? So that's where it starts. It starts with going through all your connections, creating folders, organizing these people into subfolders, and then that gives you the ability to be efficient. Because, guys, make no mistake about it. If you had never done any back-end work with LinkedIn, it could be a 4 or 5 hour project before you can really send out the message to this mass amount of people. It takes time. For someone like me who spends 3 or 4 minutes a day organizing it, I have the ability to send an email out to 3,000 people in under 5 minutes. That's what makes me dangerous, because I have that efficiency. And again, that's the difference between me and the beginner. The beginner hasn't done any of the setup work. He's not really sure, and in the end of the day, it takes him hours. And we know what happens when you sit on LinkedIn for 5 hours. Eventually you give up, and then you don't look at it again for 6 more months. So I guess my point is to be successful, we have to have that consistency, and we have to do these little things each day. So, you know, one thing that I always recommend is you know, when you get a new connection, you get an email. LinkedIn says, hey, you're now connected to Johnny Walker. That should tell you to come into LinkedIn, to click on this filter. You can go in and click on the filter button, and then select New under Recent Conversations, and it will show you the people that you've just connected with. And you can easily go in, select them, and put them in a folder. And it's just creating a system that allows you to really efficiently organize these people. And then you can go in and take advantage of the messaging tools. Now, one thing I did not mention, and this is very important, when you're setting up these folders of people, these tags, you only want to put 50 people in each folder. So why is that? Well, the reason that is because LinkedIn only allows you to send a message to 50 people at once. If you have 51 people in there, it's going to say, you can't send this to that many people. So again, I kind of figured that out a long time ago and created folders with just 50 people so that I could come in here and it just kind of like rapid fire. Hit tag, hit the folder, hit select all, hit message, go, and then repeat, and then copy and paste the message in and just continue to do that. So one thing I just want to mention before I let you guys go is one of the most common mistakes I see people make is that they'll come into LinkedIn and they'll say, oh yeah, I was on that webinar. Let me try to use LinkedIn's messaging tools. And they'll click on the little email envelope in the upper right, right? They'll click on that, and they'll click on the compose message button right here. And you'll see that LinkedIn here gives us a little LinkedIn button to the right of the to area. That allows us to actually go in and select the people we're connected to. So one of the things I know a few of my clients still do this, and I don't understand why. They will go through and hand select 50 people at once, right? So they go in, 5, and as you can see here over on the right, guys, there's a green arrow, and it says 42 more. LinkedIn's only allowing us to do 50. So people will go in, and they'll select, and then they'll hit finished. They'll send the message. They'll go choose another 50. 10 hours later, they've sent 1,000 messages. Again, guys, the key here is you do not want to get involved with something like that. Not efficient, very time-consuming, going to torture you. You want to go in and again, put these people in folders so you can click the tag button, go into the folder. It's going to display the people. You can hit select all, right? It selects all those 50 people instantly. You hit the message button, and it's already done that process, and now you're putting your message in and you're hitting send. So just to kind of review, the reason we'd want to do something like this is we're playing the percentages. I'm an entrepreneur. I do not do things that are not worth my time, whether I think they're good or not. Time management is key. So one thing that I learned a long time ago is that for whatever reason, a higher percentage of people are paying attention to when they get these LinkedIn messages in their email. So for me, and for you guys, it's about getting people's attention, getting an opportunity to be looked at. And this is giving us a higher opportunity. So even though you may be sending out a really good newsletter via email, even though you may be sending out stuff via email, I'm not telling you to stop doing that. I'm just telling you that this is an alternative that I am confident is going to get you 3 times the click. Of course, it comes down to what type of message you have. And of course, it comes down to what type of target market is getting that message. And that's why I was mentioning it's so important to organize these connections into potential clients, current clients. I mean, you don't want to be sending current clients proactive marketing to become clients. That doesn't make sense. And you don't want to be sending business owners, individual type emails. So yes, it is frustrating, but it does pay to go in there and to organize these guys into good groups and then to take advantage of the pinpoint marketing LinkedIn offers. So I have some pretty good webinars coming up on LinkedIn and Facebook. Over the next few weeks, we are going to talk about a lot of the basics because I know a lot of you guys have kind of skipped over that stuff and tried to go right to attacking. And, at the end of the day, it doesn't work like that. So join me next week and the following few weeks, and I'm confident we'll try to review some of those things. As always, I put these things on YouTube, and you can always go back and review them. So I appreciate your time today and look forward to talking to everyone next week. Thanks again. Bye-bye.